S&box's new mounting system was finally added to the official mode this month. With some additional information, Garry wanted to create a mounting system that could potentially pull any sort of assets, models, and more from basically any game that you have locally installed on your PC through Steam. But as a bonus, he also implemented an API that would allow developers to create their own mounting systems for S&box. Now, people have gotten very confused in some cases when mentioning the second part, but we're going to add some more context to this to make sense of it all. First off, the mounting system that's within the S&box game mode is the officially supported mounting system, meaning the system that allows you to mount games officially supported by Facepunch that you need to have installed on your PC for it to work. And crazily enough, it seems like it won't just be Quake 1 assets either. When Garry took to Twitter to announce this, he also got a response by Running with Scissors, creators of the legendary PC game franchise Postal. And while Laylad, a programmer, a part of the S&box dev team at Facepunch, has been working on implementing assets from most of the Postal games, there will be other games that we might see for the near future. One of these games is Natural Selection 2. Natural Selection 2 is a sequel to a very underrated multiplayer game franchise, and it's really nice to see we're possibly getting a list of officially supported games for the S&box mode down the line before release. The more interesting part is the new API that allows you to create your own mounting system. First off, let's get this one out of the way. Yes, there is people in the community right now actively trying to attempt to make a mounting system specifically for Half-Life and Source games. I've seen people talk about it in Discord and try to figure out the puzzle pieces to putting the files needed together so people can make it a reality. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about a recent discovery that caught my eye. User Marleman decided to take matters into their own hands and create a way to mount World of Warcraft models into S&box. So Marleman took out the time to do this, and they did mention that while this is not a Steam game by any means, Mar's unsure if it'll keep working, but isn't exactly clear yet. In short, meaning Garry or the team haven't mentioned anything about this yet. But Laylad did mention that with this discovery that it's still useful for it to be used only in the S&box editor for Movie Maker, which is basically in short S&box's Source Filmmaker but built in. I also made a video about that here, so you should totally check it out if you want to get started. Again, this is an insane discovery, as basically at this point you can mount any game that allows you to grab most of the assets and models if you can figure out through code how to convert them into a way the S&box editor can see and use them. While mounting seems to be strictly for the S&box mode at the moment, currently there's a chance that most of these features shown within this video could possibly be converted to the S&box editor as a way for you to use assets, just like the workshop already has been, but with tools like Movie Maker and more. This also dips into copyright territory and how a lot of people who are probably looking forward to this game are still curious about this, as Garry really hasn't stated anything exactly yet about how this will go when tons of developers and creators start to focus on creating more content for the platform, and also with animations and more. We're still a couple more months out until S&box's 2026 release, according to Garry, but he has been testing and focusing on improving the S&box mode before the official release of the game. But there's definitely more where that came from, as you can check this video here on screen showing you more of the early preview of the official S&box game mode. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.